Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Simon's Level X, and we're back here in Pokemon Masters to review the new Roxie. Yeah, she's not new, but her new grid expansion. That is new. So, her grid expansion is actually really solid for a, I think she's a 4-star, for a 4-star grid expansion. Obviously, she got her, sync nodes here. She got Inertia and Ramming Speed and Attack plus 10. She got some extra stuff here, and I'm not going to review over that yet, but she's got ramming speed and inertia, which is the biggest things, because her base kit was already okay. She could buff her own crit, she could buff her own attack, and she could buff her own speed. And she has a solid 110 base power damaging move in Poison Jab, which is good. But then they, of course, just give her ramming speed, so she got a multiplier, an actual multiplier, and inertia for her sync, which is solid. It's probably like an Elisa level sync. It's literally the same thing. And then if you go to her DPS grid here, I still gave her the sync stuff, sync nodes, but now she has ramming speed and toxic power 5. So whenever the enemy is poisoned, there's extra 50% damage boost right there on her poison jab. So we're just going to be checking out both her DPS and her sync nuke. I think I'm going to do her DPS first and then do her sync. So the team setup I got going here is obviously Iris, so Poison Wish, so extra 1.5 times multiplier there. And we've got Hilbert for speed, attack, and crit buffs. I am facing Bulu here because there's literally no poison weak stage out right now, and Bulu is the only poison weak thing I know of. And I want to showcase Clay too, but there's also no ground weak stuff. And I don't even think there's a ground weak like Legendary Arena. No phase I don't think is ground weak. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. Maybe Registeel or Regirock. No, it's grass and ice. Or not ice, steel. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just hop in here and we can see how Roxie does with her damage with Poison Jab here. Alright. See here. I don't think... Can I queue up everything in time? No, I cannot. That's fine, honestly. Because I don't know what I was going to queue up. I'll go for the Poison Jab, I guess, because I don't need to buff anything with Roxie other than her own, move. So, X speed all. There's the poison, so now we're going to be able to get that multiplier in there. Sure. Alright, they're healing back up. That's fine, it doesn't matter. 4,000 damage. I don't want to sync. Not yet, anyway. Okay, I'll sync with you. 4,000 damage with no sync buffs activated. That's not bad. Hilbert here, he's going to be taking a lot of damage simply because he's not that good when it comes to bulk. And obviously I am in the middle of a Legendary Arena phase. I had to really build around getting to this phase and having them not have 1,000 sync buffs. So that was fun. 7,000 damage with 1 sync buff. That's not bad. That's definitely not that bad. It's pretty good. Hilbert's dead. Go figure. I want to showcase the... Can I get the... Okay, so this looks like to be her max damage with 1 sync buff right here. Around 5,000 damage. Oh, he wasn't poisoned. So with poison, nearly 7,000 damage. That's pretty good. That is definitely pretty fucking good. For a poison unit on type, it's pretty easy to get everything she needs. She literally just needs speed and to poison the enemy. So, Poison Zone, obviously you can activate that. There's a ton of supports that can do speed, attack, and crit buffing, like Sonya is definitely one. We got Hilbert here. Let's look here. Crit rate buff. We got Ingo, can do speed, attack, and crit. Let's see, mostly speed. You can use Kiawe, he can buff speed, albeit it's a little bit slow. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few options when it comes to buffing speed and attack. And even if you don't want to buff attack, you don't have to because she buffs it herself. You can use a unit like Surge here who buffs attack and he buffs speed. At least, I don't think does he buff team speed? Team Fast Track 4, yeah, so he can buff speed. So combine his Fast Track with Roxie's own built-in Fast Track, you could get some good speed buffs. So for longer events, again, like a Legendary Gauntlet, it's definitely pretty easy to do. And even if it's like a stadium battle, you can use Hilbert here in order to get the speed and attack and crit buffs. So now let's look at her sync nuke here. which is literally just basically the same thing. It's going to be a lot easier to get off because all I have to do is crit, and I basically have my entire sync activated right there. So now let's do this again. Sure. Okay. Max the crit. I'm just going to spam Poison Jab in order to get the Fast Track activated, preferably. Alright, so that's max attack and max crit. Speed all. Then I will just do that, sure. And we'll put up the Poison Wish. Now let's sync with Hilbert. Just for ease of use, really. And sure. So we're going to get an extra little bit of a DPS showcase here, but I'm mostly, again, showcasing her sync nuke in this part. It's just not really that easy to do because there's a lot of factors to consider. Because I still have to get the speed buff, so you definitely want to like support or sync with your support first for the support EX. So now we're at completely maxed out speed here. Let me reactivate Poison Wish. Really? We're not at max speed now? Are you kidding me? Can I get my Fast Track to activate? That would be nice. Fast Track, please. Fast Track, come on. Fast Track and Clutch. Fast Track and Clutch. Fast Track Clutch, yeah! Hey, we got it, alright. So now let's see what her sync move is looking like here. Can it crit? I hope it crits. We still have the Poison Zone active. Such a cool animation. 26,000 with what? Is that one sync buff? That is crazy. I don't want to get out of this phase. No, stop. That's pretty crazy. That is definitely crazy. Wow, I didn't expect that much. Okay, 26,000 with one sync buff against Tapu Bulu. That's definitely good. Honestly, we definitely did need better poison options, and we definitely got them with Lucy and Roxie here. Very simple and easy to use units. You can probably use them together too if you wanted. Let's try a double set here with Lucy and Roxie here, because you can definitely run them in as like a dual setup here. Let me put Sonya as the support. Let's just try this out. I don't really know how it's going to go, but we'll, try it out. I don't think there's a poison. Yeah, there's no poison gear. I'm hopeful, all right. Sonya set up. Okay, let's set up Roxy's grid to be DPS, which they would still give us. We still have the sync buffs, so that's fine. And Lucy, she's got Interference Sync, Virulent Toxin, and Toxic Power. Okay. Now let's get this back in here. Alright, and wrap. Sure. Alright. Now let's just spam with Roxie here in order to potentially activate her stuff. Poison Fang. I guess. Sure, why not? We get speed with Sonya every time she receives an attack, and Tapu Bulu likes to attack a lot, so it's not too hard to activate that. Alright, Poison, or Sludge Bomb, I mean. So this is without the... This here is without Poison Zone, which it just goes to show you can use these characters without having all of these new crazy units and stuff like that, so not too bad. Alright, so new sync. So now I got the support EX in here, and we can see them doing a ton more damage, preferably. 5,000 damage with no Poison Zone. Pretty good. They work well together. They definitely do. Like, you can't really deny that fact after seeing this. They definitely do work well together, her and Lucy. Just both spamming away their sludge bombs, their poison jabs, and whatnot. Definitely crazy units here. And there's the poison. They work well. They work so well together. It's awesome. So yeah, I don't have much else to showcase with Roxie here. Roxie is just a very simple and good poison damage dealer unit. I wouldn't bring her to like an off-typing scenario. You probably could if you have Iris. Iris would probably carry you. But you probably can do it off-type with Iris on the team and the Poison Zone and whatnot. But overall, just as an upgraded 4-star, she's good. She's very good. He probably gets the Poison Week stage. I'll probably bring her to the next Poison Week stage along with Iris and see how they both do together against the enemy. So, ramming speed and toxic power, very, very good base multipliers to have in a unit. It's easy to get, poison the enemy, buff your speed as high as it can go, and you're doing a ton of damage. That's literally it. And then with her Sync Nuke, it's literally just inertia. So again, just buff your speed as high as you can go, and you got yourself some great Sync Nukes right there. So definitely do like what they did with Roxie. It's very solid free-to-play unit. Glad they did it. Glad they gave her a good grid instead of like shafting her like a lot of these other units got. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I don't have much else to showcase on her because I can't really showcase her anywhere else. She does have also good uses just straight up poisoning the unit. So like if there's a stage that requires poison, obviously Poison Jab has a good chance of poisoning. So, you know, there's that to consider. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later.